everyone, Kathy Lien here. We zipped to profits again this week, making over 560 pips in our Forex trades. As the stock market loses value and equity valuations melt away, we banked over 3,180 pips in the last 12 months. The best part is that these pips were not made with one or two big trades, but rather steady, consistent results and very low drawdown. As you can see, we turned profits 11 out of the last 12 months, losing only 60 pips in March. I will be the first to admit that beneath the hood, there will be days, and there have been days, where I lost 100 pips. But when you have a strategy that you've traded as long as I have, you learn to trust it. I'll lose 100 pips in one day, but I close my trades at the end of every week, starting the new week fresh. With that in mind, the worst week I've had in more than a year was a loss of 135 pips, which won't break the bank for anyone, because Zip always comes back. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, my handle, by the way, my only official handle, is Kathy Lien FX. Please, please, please don't be fooled by the scammers, especially those who think I would spell my own last name wrong. I will oftentimes share my trades that are either just beginning to form or trades that I have closed. The strategy is simple. Sell when there's a white candle with a red outline, and buy when there's a white candle with a green outline. Here's a beautiful Aussie Swiss trade that we took last week with a double zip sell signal and a more generous, fast-moving Aussie yen trade, which wasn't a classic zip trade, but a zip variation, short trade. Now, anyone can post a video talking about their past profits, but if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that I also post trade calls real time and invite everyone to watch how they play out. Of course, trading Zip profitably is more than just selling and buying the white candle. If you watched any of my other videos or read anything that I write, you will know that I firmly believe that fundamentals matter and that every good trade is supported by fundamentals, technicals, and sentiment. Understanding the importance of these three elements is the secret to becoming a consistently profitable trader and winning 11 out of 12 months like I do. The technicals we've talked about already. I look for three main zip setups: the classic zip trade with the white candle and the red or green outline, the zip retrace or bounce trade, where we basically look for the currency pair to already be below the indicator line, for example, and then bounce and still remain in the sell zone. The third is an early zip, where the currency pair may have broken through the zip indicator line, but the background has not changed colors yet, like you see in this dollar CAD chart here. Fundamentals refer to how the economy is doing or what central bankers are thinking. These days, we are in a rate hike regime, so the pace of tightening plays a very important role in picking trades. This past week, I was all over the long Kiwi trade ahead of the Reserve Bank of New Zealand's monetary policy announcement. I sold Euro Kiwi for some nice pips at the start of the week on the premise that the RBNZ was going to raise interest rates. Sentiment refers to risk on, risk off. Certain currencies perform better in risk on environments, and certain currencies perform worse. The first thing before I trade the Asia or New York session is to always look at how equities are performing. Once we've got all that in line, it is now time to trade. And when it comes to trading, having the right money management is very important. I trade with a short target and a long target, target 1, target 2, because sometimes the market isn't very trending and the move could be shallow. But sometimes it really keeps going, especially in the Asia session, and the trade could be a winner, a big winner. Having the right money management parameters to take advantage of both is the secret to trading well. So in a nutshell, there are 5 steps to achieving consistent results. Number 1, having a good strategy. We have Zip, which has given us not only 11 out of 12 winning months, but actually 42 out of 45 winning months. Supportive fundamentals. We always want fundamentals to be on our side. Supportive market sentiment. Market sentiment provides the momentum to help to our trades and helps them hit their targets. How stocks, bond yields, and commodities are performing help us guide them into good trades. Number 4, the right money management. to protect you when the moves are small. And 5, a trading target. Psychologically, this has been one of the most transformational aspects of trading for me. By having a weekly target, I do everything in my power to make and keep that profit. Having a goal to focus on allows me to build my pips slowly and steadily. And that's why, when you see the Slack for this past week's results, we hit 100 pips on Monday, the first trading day. So we traded more defensively on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And that's how in the past 12 months, we've made over 3,100 pips with the worst monthly loss of 60 pips. Here's a quick look at our Slack channel. You can see that we made over 200 pips this past week. Every trade is timestamped. Every trade entails a chart, an explanation, and every trade is updated as it progresses. So you are never trading alone. If you want to trade with me every day using my personally designed zip indicator, check out bkforex.com.